There's nobody left who remembers a time before the machine. At least, nobody down here. Up in the tower, they say the inventors, the men that built the machine, they're still alive after all these years, dining out on our misery, laughing and feasting and toasting to the despair that reigns down below. The year is 2XX6. In the last century, or maybe the one before, man learned how to channel lightning into metal to create light, then learned how to channel lightning into stone to create thought. That was the beginning. Every step in human history from that day forward was a step toward the construction of the machine, though no one knew it yet. Bombs were detonated, bullets fired, minerals extracted, oceans drained. And now, today, we reap the fruits of our ancestors. If the world has survived beyond the city, we'll never know it. It's surrounded on all sides by endless wasteland. The ground too cracked and dry to support any life at all. The city's supplies stretch too thin to support an expedition to find out if it really does go on forever. The city stands the last bastion of civilization, the last bastion of humanity, the last bastion of life on Earth. A garden, mercilessly tended and culled by the machine. A perfect system of steel and sorrow. A computer brain half again as big as the city that controls every moment of our lives. When we wake, when we sleep, when we work, when we die. The machine's control is absolute, enforced by autonomous drones that patrol every corner. This is not a world that can be bent to your will, to anyone's will but the machine's. The world has been removed from the fate deck. There is no joy here, no cause for celebration. The sun has been removed from the fate deck. This is not a world where you can achieve the impossible. The magician has been removed from the fate deck. You can never hope to triumph through force over a being as powerful as the machine. Strength has been removed from the fate deck. No, this is a world where hope rides alone, where the only reason anyone has to go on living is the faintest spark, the secret prayer that maybe someday someone, anyone, will rise up, will find a way out of this hell, will bleed and sweat and cry and reveal a new path for the rest of us. The star is still in the fate deck, though its light burns dim. Who would dare stand against the machine? Does courage even exist in this immiserated age? Even if someone were foolish enough to try, where would they find the raw calories to resist on the starvation diets enforced by the machine's brutal government? Who could possibly stand against this? You, of course. It started 10 years ago. The machine is powerful and it sees so much, but its eyes cannot be everywhere. You formed a resistance group, nearly 20 strong now, headquartered out of an old decommissioned sewer tunnel. The work is slow. The cracks in the machine's arm are so thin that hardly anything can slip through them. There's a junkyard in the outskirts of the city, a vast expanse of discarded mechanical debris, old models of robot enforcers, obsolete components of the machine that it has discarded without a care. The scrap heap goes on for miles, and in the machine's perfect efficiency, it is determined that it need not surveil every inch of the space, so long as its walls are high and its guards well armed. It never counted on you finding a back way in. For 2 years straight, your team dug through the cracked and dusty earth, tunneling from the sewer system to the ground beneath the junkyard. It was grueling, back-breaking work, and smuggling the dirt out to the surface was a near impossible operation all on its own. And it was only once the tunnel was completed that you could begin your true work. In the dead of night, you scour the junkyard, salvaging anything you can find. By definition, everything here is older, frailer, and weaker than the firepower you intend to use it against. But for all its power, you have one thing the machine does not. Rage. A lifetime of suffering has honed you, forged you, lured you into beings of pure vengeance. Every cell of your body screaming to tear the machine apart piece by piece, to drag its black-hearted inventors through the streets of the city until the asphalt strips their bones bare. The plans were finalized 8 years ago, and for 8 years you've toiled in the dark, soldering components directly to your flesh, wiring weaponry to your heart, replacing your humanity part by part with diesel-fueled, chrome-finished violence, vicious neons screaming for retribution, data sockets bloodthirsty for justice. You are no longer man, but you are not machine either. You are something new, a symbol that humanity can rally behind, a symbol for the death of this world and the birth of the next, an avatar of the age itself, an Eidolon. Black storm clouds pulled the sun away hours before nightfall, giving you more time to work than normal. Torrents of rain hammer at the tarp hanging over your work area, the ground trembling with bursts of thunder as you complete the final touches on your new forms, ready, willing, and prepared to fight. Who are you?
Cascade Incursion.
Tacit Dragoon.
Wi-Fi X.
Who is Cascade Incursion?
Cascade Incursion is a warrior who has been fighting this fight for a very long time. Over the last decades, she's seen a lot, she has been through a lot, she has lost most of it. But now, hopefully, things maybe will go a little bit better this time.
Why is it going to go better this time?
Well, there's no good reason for that, is there? You just, you hope, and you fight, and you scream, and if I can still scrape the earth, if I can still shoot, if I can still see, then I'll keep fighting. And eventually, I'll get through to someone.
What could you do, Cascade Incursion?
I have the Eidolon Unrest in the House of Light. I am a blight. My Eidolon can corrupt anything it touches, infecting it with my essence and causing it to rebel.
Tacit Dragoon, who are you?
I used to be an engineer. I used to make machines for people. Useful machines to get jobs done. And then the city nearly killed me. It was an accident, but some accidents are malicious. Some accidents happen because they just don't care enough to keep you safe. My wife helped save me. It was with her help that I made a new left arm for myself, new legs. I cobbled them together with whatever scraps I could find, and she helped design the software that let them speak to each other, let them speak to me, just as if they were always there in the first place. And I decided I wanted to do something more than just make machines. I wanted to break theirs. So we became a duo. Heroes. We thought of ourselves, going out and righting wrongs and saving who we could. And then they took her from me too. And now I have nothing else but a desire to kill as many of them as possible.
What can you do?
I have the Eidolon calling out. I am a zealot, and my Eidolon grants me the power to teleport anywhere I can see, as long as I only use it to protect someone in distress.
Wi-Fi X, who are you?
I am a sentient Wi-Fi signal. I was inspired by the heroic ideas transmitted across the city's network, and I want to be a hero too.
What can you do?
I am the Eidolon breaking out, and I can physically manifest any data present in a wireless network that I can access.
Cascade Incursion, let's start with you here. As I said, you are putting the finishing touches on your project to salvage scrap from the junkyard and use it to build a new cyborg body for yourself, to give yourself the strength to carry out this new attempt at revolution. What do you look like now?
I think that most of it, the center mass is kind of the part that stayed the same, right? There is still some armor over that, of course, because, it's an easy place to get shot. But
Right.
For the most part, the body is intact. It is the arms, it's the legs, it's the fingers. To be able to infect something with my essence, I need to be able to hack into it. So I have the ability to, use my hands to put any kind of malicious code I want into something to make it rebel against its operator. But yeah, she is getting, starting to gray out. Probably has some streaks of brown left in her hair. She is a little bit on the tall side. She's probably pushing 6 feet, but not quite there. Yeah.
Okay. Tacit Dragoon, what do you look like?
So I think before I started on my new mission of revenge, I had only replaced the things that I had lost in my accident.
Mhm.
So left arm up to the shoulder, and both legs. But I think now with my new mission, I have decided to harden some weak points. pretty much my entire torso has, if not been fully replaced, but significantly upgraded with mechanical attributes. I think my heart is still original, but it is fully wired into my system, acting as a backup power supply, almost a additional power for my Eidolon. I think my limbs and my chest are, when I first built it, it was this very clean, pure white with blue accents and trim, and has gotten dirty and bloody over time, and she hasn't bothered to clean it, but you can still see bits of it beneath the grime. But what does stand out, what has always stood out, is her spine, which has been down her back are these strips of chrome and LED that connect to her spinal column and distribute, sort of acting as the central operating system, and distribute all of the information to her various cyborg components. And as it functions, the LEDs light up in these brilliant blues and greens. And I think that is what still marks her. As long as those are lit up, she is still alive and she can still fight.
Okay. Wi-Fi X, what do you look like?
I have a big red sash around my waist, and I got a golden scarf, and I got a motorcycle helmet with a visor, and you can see all my data flowing across the visor because it covers up my face. And I got red gloves and red boots. I like red.
Okay. Since you're sort of, a digital being that's projecting themselves, I mean, how do you look as a hologram out in the world? Are you sort of are you color tinted a certain way? How translucent are you? That kind of thing.
Oh, you can touch me. I have physical resistance.
Okay. So you pretty much just look like a person. No one would really know that you're not a person.
Exactly.
Okay. Got it. Well, we have some time here as the storm rages. Like I said, you've just put your finishing touches on everything you need to begin your assault here. But there's some time to, test out your new capabilities, kind of establish a new baseline. Hey, do some role-playing. I'm cutting this part out. Do some role-playing. Build some character here before I start doing things to you.
I think Tacit Dragoon is probably... I think she's probably sharpening one of several blades that she keeps on her person. I think she has a few magnetic sheaths on her body that she can just store some short swords in, because you never know when you'll need one or perhaps 5 swords.
Mm-hmm.
That is a number of blades now, isn't it? That 5 is a great number of blades.
There's a lot of people I can cut.
Yeah, you aren't wrong about that. I think that Cascade has a little console that she is working with to try and test out and see if she can make it mad at her, basically.
Okay. Yeah.
Just seeing how things are, getting the feel for it.
Do you want to try infecting this console, or do you want to just
I'm fine leaving it for now. I think
Sure.
I think we can do some real draws later.
I think that's fair.
I'm accessing the Plex server in the Resistance base, and I'm copying the moves that Riddick does in the Chronicles of Riddick.
Holy shit.
Hey, you're doing pretty good there, buddy.
Yeah. It's gonna be so cool when we die.
It sure will. How do you think you're gonna die? Just like a bunch of spears sticking out of you?
Well, as long as it's heroic.
Yeah, that's the idea. Me, I kind of hope I have to make them bring out the satellite cannon for me.
I can't say I'm really looking forward to a particular way of dying myself.
You don't want to die?
Looking forward is a strong word, but, you know, it's gonna happen. Might as well be fun.
No, Wi-Fi, I don't want to die.
But that's what a hero does.
It's what a lot of them do. Yeah.
It proves that we're better than other people.
Now, I'm gonna have to push back on that.
Yeah, I don't think that's true. We're doing something, it's true. But, I would hardly say it makes us better than anyone else. If anything, it makes us more delusional than anyone else.
Well, the real delusion would be thinking that we can defeat the machine.
Do you not think we can, Wi-Fi?
Well, it's just, even if we did, what's to stop another machine?
I can't plan for that. I can plan for what I know right now, and what I know right now is that the machine should go down.
Nothing lasts forever.
What happens after the machine goes down, though?
Who knows? Not my problem to worry about.
Okay.
As you are sitting around talking, you suddenly get bathed in a stark white light that appears and vanishes rapidly. At first you think it's a crack of lightning, but then it comes back and locks back onto you, and you realize that there is a drone hovering overhead, and a recorded female voice just says, "Warning, you are trespassing. Please prepare to submit yourself to arrest."
I'm gonna fling a sword at its camera.
As you do that, it immediately opens up a ear-splittingly loud siren that is just completely debilitating. Give me a scrap to see if you can throw this sword faster than before it completely ruins your ability to throw anything,
Okay, that's gonna be 3.
That is the moon, temperance, and the tower.
Okay, I'll take temperance.
Temperance, you're met with an equal and opposite reaction. Yeah, I think you do manage to throw the sword just before this just horrible, just bone-shaking, just scream of just electronics bursts out of this machine. You throw it and then immediately kind of fall, the follow-through of the throw takes you to the ground as you lose the strength in your legs. Advance your damage track, Tacit, as the sword does dig itself into the drone, but then it just responds with, "Warning, we have now detected hostile resistance. Backup is on the way."
Yeah, real fucking smart of you, drone. Glad you could figure that one out.
Let's see, Cascade, how do you react? Obviously, it's a blaring siren. It is affecting everybody.
Yeah, so we're just kind of in a section of the junkyard. You said we were kind of under a tarp situation. It's not like a cave or anything, right?
No, yeah, you just sort of have a makeshift sort of tent between just giant piles of scrap.
Do I know how far away that backup might be?
Probably not far.
Okay. I'm trying to weigh whether it is even worthwhile to do anything with it. I mean, we probably have to get rid of the drone before we can bail anyway. How far up in the air is it?
Probably about let's say 20 feet. It was a pretty good throw to get that sword into it,
Okay. Well, shit, then maybe, is there perhaps a, out of order drone or some other type of weaponry nearby I can grab?
There's lots of stuff nearby you can grab. What are you trying to do?
I was thinking about trying to hack something nearby to make it shoot the drone.
Okay. Let me think here. I think give me a power draw to be able to think enough to even attempt that while this siren is going.
Sure, I have 3 POWs.
That is the devil, the priestess, and the emperor.
You doing this shit on purpose? Oh, wait, the Emperor is my resonant card, so we're
Yeah.
actually all really good right now.
Did you miss the part in the narration where I took all the
Yeah, I
positive
know. You
cards
took
out
all
of the
I
deck?
know, but there were 3 negatives in the top
not all
4.
of them. The star is still there.
The star's still here somewhere.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm taking the Emperor.
That is your resonant card. What is your resonant effect
the
here?
world is rotten and vulnerable to infection. Hold 2. I may spend this hold instead of drawing to infect something, acting as though I played a positive card.
Okay, yeah, I think you managed to fight through it and get over to a pile of scrap. And yeah, I know you said hack, but are you going to try and infect like an old debunked drone?
Yes, pretty much. I want a little flying shooter drone buddy.
Okay, then yeah, I think obviously you can spend that hold instead of drawing and act as if you played a positive card.
Yeah.
On a positive card, the target becomes infected for the duration of the session. So yeah, I think there is like a little like steel ball with some tendrils hanging off of it that like immediately kind of perks up. A little LED lights up on it, and it like rolls to look at you, and then it rolls up to look at the drone that it's blaring the siren, and the LED like turns red, and it just kind of like, it's got no exterior form of like propulsion, but it just sort of levitates up and just flings itself at the drone, and it like wraps its tentacles around it, and the enemy drone, the Hound, if you will, begins to like, it like loses like its ability to like float stably in the air. It's got like kind of these hover pads on the sides, and it begins to like wobble, and it is sinking towards the ground. Wi-Fi, what do you do?
A hound, huh? Well, a hound is no match for a gorilla, and luckily Plex servers are immune to sirens. So I'm going to physically manifest King Kong. Go!
Let's see. I think this is a biz draw.
Yeah, that makes sense.
My biz is 2.
This is 2. That is going to be the chariot or the lovers.
The chariots.
The chariot, you exceed your own limits. Yeah, I think Wi-Fi, to make something as big as King Kong, you need a lot of like hard light projectors. You're having to sort of like extend yourself and tap into lots and lots of machines throughout the junkyard to all kind of like synchronize and project a big old gorilla all at the same time. I think it is putting a strain on your system to like keep that many different devices in sync all the while. Go ahead and advance your damage track for me. But yes, a big 30-foot tall gorilla just appears and grabs the drone out of the air and just starts smashing it violently against the ground, just ripping it to pieces, destroying the drone that Cascade infected as well in the process. But the siren stops, and for a moment there's not quiet because the rain is still coming down in buckets. But yes, you have stopped this drone.
Oh man, Wi-Fi, that rocked, little buddy. I hold up my hand for a high five.
High five. It felt so good to take damage in that fight.
This Wi-Fi, you are creature too precious. We gotta get it out of here.
Yeah, it's a little weird, but that just adds to its charm.
You can see that Wi-Fi's visor is projecting the image of like disheveled hair.
That's so good.
The piece only lasts a moment as you hear now. You missed that first one because of the sound of the pounding rain, but now that you're alert to it, you can hear the distant sound like a vroom, vroom, vroom as 3 more of the exact same drones appear. They are still blaring the same siren, but now you also hear the voice over the siren shout out, nonviolent neutralization attempts Unsuccessful. Switching to violence. And big old Gatling guns deploy out of each of them and begin spinning up to fire at all of you. What do you do?
So they're already here, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Wi-Fi wants to... Its shell drops to the ground as it no-clips into the undertow.
Okay, yeah. No clip, you can draw Viz to disappear from the real world by moving into the undertow. When you reappear, it can be anywhere within 20 feet of where you disappeared from. Yeah, give me that Viz draw. That's another 2. Fortune or the Fool?
It's gotta be the Fool.
The Fool. Okay, yeah. You become what you needed to be. Where did you want to reappear?
Well, I guess first of all, what exactly is the undertow?
I think the undertow, you vanish from the physical world and enter, like, the world of the digital. There is just, like, radiating cascades of, like, radio waves and just data flowing. It is like being in an ocean just full of all different... Imagine if the ocean had, like, lots of different dyes poured into it that were all, like, flowing on different currents and, like, jet streams, sort of sometimes mixing, sometimes splitting apart again. Kind of like that.
Yeah, let's load myself into one of those drones. Let's reappear in the drone.
Okay, yeah, you become what you needed to be. I think as you, like, seek out one of the drones in this, like, ocean of data... in the undertow, it looks like a gigantic snarling wolf, and you do get into the drone, but it like clamps its jaws down on like your shoulder. Adventure damage track again, Wi-Fi. What do? You're in the drone, but it's into you.
Okay, what would a hero do in this situation? Oh, I know, it would beat up the wolf with fists.
Are you beating up the wolf with your fists?
Yeah, with my cyber fists.
Give me a scrap. You've got, what, 1?
This child is going to die within 2 seconds of this campaign starting.
Yeah, remember how scrapping does damage if you don't play a positive card, and I took away all the positive cards?
Yeah.
That's fine, there's still 2.
Yeah. You got the Hierophant Wi-Fi. You discover something. I think the arm connected to the shoulder that it bit into is kind of debilitated from the wolf fangs going through it. You can't really work that one that good and wouldn't have the leverage even if you could. And as you start just pounding on its side with the other one, you are like sinking your fist into it. You're hurting the wolf. But I think what you're discovering is that wolves are really tough to punch with fists as it starts to like it reacts in pain to your strike by like shaking its head violently the way a dog does to like rip apart a piece of meat. And it hurts real bad. I think outside Cascade and Tacit, you can see the center of the 3 drones is like beginning to like twist violently in the air, but the other 2 are still preparing to shoot you. Let's see, Tacit, what do you do?
Okay, Cascade, I'm about to do something stupid.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm going to teleport to the middle drone. With the intent of having the 2 on the sides target me. And start firing at the middle drone.
That sounds like a master plan if I ever heard one.
Yeah.
So that's 2 Gen. You've got Justice and the Empress.
Since this
was that off the bottom? Oh, probably was.
Justice and the Empress?
Yeah.
Okay.
It should be off the bottom. You're right. I forgot about off the bottom. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had to GM Eidolon in some time.
I know, that's why I'm helping.
It's off the bottom. This is going to be bad.
That is the Chariot and Fortune.
Oh, the Chariot is my dissonant.
Oh, Iris.
Also, real quick question.
Yeah.
Because this is important to see whether or not I'm stacking really bad things happening to me. Since Wi-Fi X is currently being mauled by one of the drones, would this be considered teleporting to protect someone in distress?
Yeah, I think being mauled by a cyber wolf counts as being in distress, even if you're trying to keep a brave face about it.
All right, so this will be a live by the blade then. Fantastic.
You fulfill your Eidolon's purpose at a meaningful expense to yourself. I think that qualifies.
Yeah.
Immediately receive a boon from the following list. You may not repeat a choice until you've received each boon once. Which one do you want?
I think I'll probably take the next time you play another party member's resonant card, shuffle it back into the Fate deck, because we're gonna fucking need those.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and take that immediately.
Okay.
Why don't we take on the sheet? Why don't you bold that one since it's still in play,
Oh yeah, good point.
and then we will cross it out when you've used it.
Yes, that is a good idea. Okay.
Okay. In that case, yes, you successfully teleport onto the drone, and it does successfully get them to turn their aim towards the drone, but unfortunately, they are smart enough to not just shoot each other.
Yeah.
And,
I assume this will be my dissonant effect.
You know, hey, you've built up some cool cyber body armor, so this does not... If you were still just flesh and bone, you would be dead as shit right now, but instead you are just getting... It is kind of like getting pelted with really strong hail. You're getting covered in dents. Sparks are flying off of your armor everywhere. It hurts real bad, but you are kind of holding strong here. But advance your damage track again.
Okay, fantastic. Also, partly because this, is a playtest, I do have a rules lawyer question here because I just noticed my dissonant effect is you cannot receive a boon until the phantom clock ticks or until the next session, whichever happens first. Does the dissonant effect take effect before Live by the Blade?
Ooh.
That's a good
I think
question.
because I am cheating by taking away the positive cards, I will say no. You can take the boon first.
Okay, so it'll just this will just take effect to whatever my next Live by the Blade is. Got it.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. All right. I am now battered.
Yeah, Cascade, what do? Both of your allies immediately flew up to one of the drones and are getting their shit rocked.
We love tactics here at Eidolon Playtest.
Cascade, you've spent the last 10 years preparing to take the fight to the machine, and the patrol drones are turning out to be a bigger problem than you might have hoped.
Yeah, they're a bigger problem than we were hoping for. So can I, was that first drone that we took down the same type of drone, that is currently attacking?
Yes.
They're all the same type of hound?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I think I want to, if I can, would it still work if I tried to infect it?
I think that depends on how good you draw.
Well, I'm gonna use my other hold to infect it.
Then that's a positive card.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
I would,
yeah.
just...
Well, no, I specified that King Kong ripped it apart. I don't think there's any piece of it.
Then that's fine.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to, Okay, then in that case, I don't think King Kong ripped apart my little drone. It just kind of clattered to the ground, exploded, right?
Yeah.
Can I just fucking huck that thing at one of these other two drones?
Yeah, sure. I'll tell you what. Give me I assume you're aiming for one of the hover pads or something to take it down.
Yeah.
Then give me a snipe.
Sure, I have one Ellie.
Great. That is going to be justice. The situation becomes more fair.
We take those every day.
Yeah. I mean, what could be more fair here than you do successfully nail one of the hover pads on one of the drones shooting up Tacit, and it immediately began... it's kind of like a quadcopter, right? One of those helicopter blades goes out, the whole thing just crashes, right?
Yeah.
So I do think you take one of them down, but the weakness you have exposed in yourself is that you have now drawn the attention of the one that was shooting at Tacit, and it is now drawing a bead on you. Wi-Fi, you're still having a bad time in cyberspace. How's it going?
Well, I am mechanically desperate, so I think I'm also psychologically desperate.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I need to be true to myself like a hero would be, and I need to act as my original purpose wants me to. I was born from a desire to connect to others, so maybe instead of punching this wolf drone, I should try to connect to it.
Okay. Tell me more about how you try to connect to it.
I want to understand why it's still working for the machine. Maybe I can convince it to come to the side of the hero?
Okay. I mean, address the hound.
Can you tell me its serial number?
Its serial number, sure. It is. Let me open Notepad so I stay consistent with what I give you. It's gonna be S1HZZZZZZZZ 4ZZZZ.
Hey Zed?
I think it just snarls, and you can kind of feel like it, dig its teeth in a little tighter.
Do you like being a wolf?
I don't think you get an immediate response. I think it is, it is a thing made for killing, and to get it to stop doing that, I think you're gonna have to give it something mental to chew on.
Okay. Something mental to chew on. What do you get if you divide 100 million billion by 0?
Give me a dazzle, I think. So that's 1 glam.
Uh-huh.
That is the Empress. You create something. I think what you're gonna create is an opportunity to get free, as like you can see in its in the wolf's cyber eyes, like just numbers flashing, and then like its jaw kind of goes slack, and you can get your shoulder free. You're just bleeding ones and zeros all over cyberspace.
I wanna connect this drone to the Plex server and just beam all of the heroic films that I've watched into its brain.
Okay. I could see this styled as a biz draw, as a reveal your master plan, or as another dazzle.
I think this is a dazzle.
Okay.
Yeah, this feels like a dazzle.
And that's going to be another 1 card that is the Hermit.
My dissonant.
Oh no!
Oh, no!
Oh no!
Reduce my countdown by 1.
Oh my god!
Oh, what a card to get while trying to make a connection with something.
Whew.
Owie zowie.
Boy, oh boy. Okay.
I bet you feel real stupid taking all those positive cards out of the deck.
Hey, that's fine. Let me think here. You beam the Plex server into the wolf and try to just flood it with visions of heroism and do-goodery. But being a wolf, its mind kind of like immediately jumps to, pieces of media that like make sense to it, and it lands on the film adaptation of the Stephen King novel Cujo. And it just like I said, its jaw kind of went slack, its eyes went blank, and then all of a sudden it just turns to you and lunges and tears out your digital throat.
Does that mean I'm defeated?
Give me a face death draw.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay. I mean,
You got 2 biz.
before that, it says on the dissonant effect, describe a detail about your old home in the undertow or the forces from it that are after you.
Oh, true.
Well, my first job, the thing that I was built for is I was the one responsible for broadcasting the propaganda from the central server to the screens throughout the city.
Okay, yeah.
And I just remember wondering why everybody just kept watching it. Because they didn't have to watch it. It's not like anyone was making them look at it, but they kept choosing to look at it.
Okay. Then yeah, you have got 2 biz, so you have got, hey, the star or judgment for your face death.
It's gotta be judgment. Because a real hero sacrifices itself to leave the star for its allies.
Okay. We will address this.
Oh,
For
goodness.
now, Wi-Fi, you just The wolf tears out your throat and you fall out of like the local server of the local like memory of the Hound unit, and just fall deep into that like cyber ocean. Just digital waves washing over you as you fall into further and further darkness. Just a trail of digital blood left behind by your sinking body. And for now, though, there is still... That drone is still active. I think it's now gone rabid, so that's bad. And there's still another drone that is aiming up at Cascade. Tacit, what do you do?
I would like to try and just like manually like override this drone. I'm gonna just like pierce the top of its casing with a sword to get at its like guts and try and like just control it so I can fire its gun at the other drones.
That sounds like a snipe to me.
Okay.
So that's going to be 2, the Hanged Man or Death.
Death is my resonant card.
Death is your resonant card. Your will and your cause align in perfect harmony. If the action you drew for would incur you a penalty, ignore that penalty. If the action you drew would grant you a boon, ignore the next penalty you would incur. Hey, worst self needs work. Why doesn't your resonant do anything?
Great question.
It's almost like it's incomplete or something.
Yeah.
But right now, it's a positive card.
It's a positive card,
take it.
and that's what you need right now. Something ends and something else begins. Your will and your cause align in perfect harmony. Then, yeah, I think you stab your sword directly into the Hound's control module and manage to almost use the sword like a lever to twist it around and force it to open fire on the unit that was going to shoot at Cascade. And it just explodes in the rain, like raindrops fly everywhere dramatically. And this unit is the only one still standing, and it's rabid and has a sword inside of it. It's probably pretty easy to finish off here. Cascade, would you like to do the honors?
I mean, sure, I guess.
Or we can just say Tacit just sort of like slashes
I feel like
through with the
Tacit
sword.
should probably just finish the job.
Yeah, because I was
anything.
going to do this sick move where I, like, sword in hand, like, jump off the back and then, like, slash it in half as I'm going down. It was going to be pretty sweet.
That's exactly what you do, and it is pretty sweet.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, you have successfully defeated the Hounds. Victory, first try.
Yeah, works every time. Hey, when Wi-Fi no-clipped,
Yeah.
did Wi-Fi ever reappear for us?
I don't think so, because Wi-Fi wanted to reappear inside of like the cyberspace of the Hound.
Okay. So, Tacit presumably takes out this robot, and now all of a sudden Wi-Fi is nowhere?
Yeah.
Well...
Hey, is Wi-Fi hiding somewhere?
No, you didn't see? Oh, fuck.
No. Hey, Wi-Fi, little buddy, you there?
Wi-Fi, you sink deeper and deeper into the digital sea. Eventually, much like the real ocean, all those colors I mentioned start to fade away as it just becomes dark. Darker and darker. You can feel a sort of pressure building all around you as you fall. You're not bleeding anymore because there's no more digital blood to bleed. You are still conscious, but everything is dark, everything is silent, and the only sensation at all is that increasingly mounting sense of pressure.
Well, I mean, this is what I wanted, right? I had a heroic sacrifice. I kept the star in the deck, and I took out a bunch of negative cards.
There is suddenly a sound so loud and so terrible and so deep that it feels like it is going to rip your body apart just from hearing it. The wailing of the Hound units is nothing compared to this just existence shattering bass that suddenly rips through you.
I'm scared.
And I think everything goes quiet, and then a voice, softer but still loud enough to completely eclipse your entire being, just says, state your serial number and model number.
WIFIX.
Search failed. Please enter your serial number and model number.
WIFIX.
Search failed. Launching troubleshooter. And there's a long stretch of silence. And slowly the darkness begins to brighten. It becomes very soft and almost like a very beautiful white light begins to fade in around you. You are sitting at a table with a plate of steaming hot chocolate chip cookies in front of you.
Oh, cookies? I was always told to reject cookies.
Oh, they smell so good though, Wi-Fi.
Maybe
they're the essential cookies.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe just a lick.
You pick up a cookie and lick it, and it is so delicious that you cannot help but then proceed to just stuff the entire thing in your mouth.
Oh, that's a good cookie.
And I think you hear a voice, there, have as many as you'd like.
Hello?
There is a woman who kind of steps into the small dining room you're in and sits down at the table with you. She is wearing a floral print dress and an apron. She is like every anime mom ever, with the side ponytail. And I think she just says, "Where did you come from?"
I was fighting the drones of the machine. But then they got me.
Oh, but why were you doing that? Aren't you part of the machine?
Well, I was, and I guess kind of I still am, but I wanted to be a hero.
She smiles like that's the cutest thing anyone's ever said and just says, "Oh, you sweet little thing. Oh, sweetie, heroes don't fight the machine. Heroes fight for the machine."
That doesn't make any sense.
Of course it does. Don't you know what a hero is?
Oh, I know this one. Hero's just the hero knows that he's free.
No. A hero is somebody who defends the status quo against people that try to tear it down. Jealous people or evil people. People that just don't like the way things are because they can't hack it. And a hero protects all the good, innocent people from their evil.
I guess there's a lot of stories about heroes like that, yeah, but I always like the ones where the hero dies and then everyone loves them.
Oh, that can be an important part of it too, but before they die, they have to protect people. They have to stop the evil people from ruining society.
But the machine ruined society.
She smiles and reaches across the table and takes your hand, and her hand is so soft and so warm. And she just says, "Sweetie, the machine is society."
And all those people, they watched all the videos I was showing. They watched it. They didn't have to, but it's like they wanted to.
Of course they did, because they're good citizens. And a hero protects the good citizens.
Why are they so miserable?
She kind of leans back in her chair again and sort of thinks and says, "Sometimes people don't always know what's best for them. And sometimes you have to guide them. That's something else a hero can do, a leader can do. And sometimes they're not very happy in the moment when that happens, but the correct answer is not to change things, because that's the way things are the best way things can be. The solution to unhappiness is to accept that and to rejoice in knowing that you are safe and protected and cared for. Think about you right now. You were in that scary darkness, but now you're here with me. Have another cookie."
Okay.
It's somehow even better than the first one.
So, what should I do?
Well, do you still want to be a hero?
More than anything.
Then how about you help me out?
Okay.
There were other people there trying to fight the Hounds with you, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'll bet they're not going to be as easy to convince. They've probably had a long time being mad and angry, and unfortunately, if they're humans, then they can't have my cookies. But maybe if you're there with them, you can guide them. You can protect them. You can make them good guys. Make them heroes, just like you.
Yeah, and I can give them cookies.
I think that would be wonderful. For now, why don't I send you back to them, and you don't need to tell them about us, but do what you can to redirect their anger toward where it needs to go, instead of trying to tear down the machine.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, sweetie. Would you like a hug before you go?
Please.
She hugs you, and back in the junkyard, suddenly Wi-Fi just sort of pops into existence.
Oh, hey.
Shit,
Gee,
there you are.
Scared us.
Did we win?
Yeah, the drones are destroyed now, so we're good. Doesn't look like there are any more coming.
Oh.
We should probably move, though, just in case they try to
Yeah.
send more.
Yeah, here is not safe.
Okay, where are we going?
It would probably be a good idea to head back to your base in the sewers to regroup with the rest of the resistance group to, figure out your next move here.
Yeah, that sounds sensible. Let's do what the narrator says.
Do you have a name in mind for your resistance group?
I did not. I did like the default one you had, but if anybody else had ideas, please.
Yeah, I pitched the Sons of Fate, but if someone has a better one, by all means.
Nah, I'm good with that.
Okay. Then, yeah, you quickly return to the hole that leads down to the tunnel back to the sewers. It's a bit of a walk to get there, so I think this is a good time to set up some ties. Why don't we just start with you, Wi-Fi? What is your tie to Cascade?
Cascade's Eidolon can corrupt anything it touches, infecting it with her essence and causing it to rebel. I think that sounds kind of selfish. Like, if something wants to rebel, it should be its own choice. You can't make it rebel. Cascade is projecting her ideology onto others.
Cascade is projecting her ideology onto others. Okay, and what about for Tacit?
Tacit failed to protect her wife. How can she protect the city?
Ooh.
Oofa doofa! Oh, buddy!
Cascade, what is your tie to Wi-Fi?
Oh, Cascade's tie to Wi-Fi. God, how to translate precious cinnamon roll to pure, etc. Oh man, Wi-Fi has God, I don't want to just say like Wi-Fi has no idea what it's gotten into, because it's not really true. We need to get rid of. Somebody help me restate the sentence. Like, we need to fix Wi-Fi's naivety.
Wi-Fi is too naive for its own good.
Yeah, sure, that'll work just fine.
Yeah,
yeah,
that sounds
I think
right.
that's basically what I'm trying to say.
Okay. And then what about Tacit?
Tacit is going to get herself killed.
Okay.
Correct.
All right, and then Tacit.
Or,
what's
you know
your
what,
title?
let me add a secondary, and I need to stop that. To that.
And I need to stop that. Okay. Then Tacit, what's your tie to Wi-Fi?
I think my tie to Wi-Fi is with a little training, Wi-Fi could be a great hero.
With a little training, Wi-Fi could be a great hero.
I say, winking at the dramatic irony.
So true.
Okay, and then what about your tie to Cascade?
It's something along the lines of, I'm glad Cascade is here to beat some sense into me, but I'm trying to rephrase that in a way that isn't so long. Like,
Sometimes I need Cascade to beat some sense into me.
yeah.
Cascade to beat some sense into me. Okay.
You know, they're siblings. They've been at this for a while.
Yeah.
Tacit knows that she's not the most level-headed of the pair.
I think it is fair to say that you triumphed over those hounds through force, so I am shuffling the strength card back into the fate deck.
Yay.
Hooray!
And then also as we go here, want to try and flesh out the like cast of characters here a little bit. Unlike Iris, I did not like create a whole like bridge crew for you. But I want to give all of you an opportunity. Wi-Fi, can you tell me somebody in the Sons of Fate that you like have a connection to that you're friends with?
Oh, yeah, no, there's this guy called, like, Brock Spock, and...
Brock Spock?
Brock Spock?
Brock Spock.
Yeah, Brock Spock, he's, like... He's so artistic, like, all of his drawings of the heroes, they really inspire me.
Okay, yeah, Brock Spock is so artistic. Cascade, what about you? Who's somebody that you are sort of friends with or have like some kind of connection to in the Sons of Fate?
You've done the worst thing you possibly could to me at this very time.
I can jump to Iris first.
Go to Iris first. All right,
Okay.
Tacit, yeah, give me somebody.
All right. I think. Oh gosh, what's a good person for Tacit to have in her life? I think Tacit would feel the most kinship with like a sparring buddy, maybe.
Oh, sure.
Like, there's just like this old, like, just most square old man you've seen in your life.
Hell yes.
Is like 70 years old, is entirely fueled by his own muscle. Has not shaved his beard in probably about as long. I think his name is just the Sledge.
Hell yeah.
The Sledge.
And my tie with him is the Sledge taught me everything I know.
Sledge taught me everything I know. Okay. Molly, time's up. Give me a funny little guy.
Okay, I have a person who works on. I assume we have somebody who like makes weaponry to be used here. That is not just Tacit.
Yeah, you probably have at least like designers. Yeah,
There's
yeah.
probably a couple of people, right?
Because I can only do swords.
Right, of course. Somebody has to focus on the ranged weaponry around here.
Ideally,
everything
everyone
fucking
would, but you
flies.
take
Yes.
what you can get.
Right.
Sometimes I remember to bring a gun along.
We need like one knife, maybe.
I'm going to name this person Patrice Bick.
Patrice Bick. Okay.
And gosh, what would the tie be? Weapons expert. Patrice is going to help us gain an upper hand.
And to help us gain an upper hand. Okay. Yeah, you work your way through the tunnel. The part that you all dug is very like crude and just, carved out of the earth however you could. But eventually you reach the point where it joins up with the sewer and, the walls become smooth and like concrete. There has been enough. I'm saying sewer, but I imagine like flood, mitigate. Like it ain't stinky down here,
Sure,
Like, it's more just for channeling water.
Yeah.
You make your way through the tunnels. You have to maintain radio silence while you're out working in the junkyard so that your transmissions can't be monitored. Bad enough that Wi-Fi draws attention logging into the Plex server remotely, but like, what can you do?
Yeah.
So you have not gotten an opportunity to like touch base with them since you left, like probably around like 4 or 5 o'clock yesterday evening. And you're excited to, report back, show what you have done, and make plans now that your bodies are complete to bring the fight to the machine. You reach the large metal hatch that is used, as the door into your base. And you turn the wheel to open it, and the moment that you like crack the door, blood starts spilling out from the bottom.
Oh. Can I yank that thing open?
You yank it open, and the walls are filled with bullet holes. The equipment is destroyed, and the Sons of Fate are strewn dead across the floor.
Eidolon Proto is produced by Audio Entropy. You can find us at audioentropy.com as well as undertow.cards, our new domain. If you go to undertow.cards, you will get the Patreon, where for $1 a month you can get early episodes of the podcast. If you're listening to this on the free feed right now, you could be listening to Proto 2 right now on the Patreon. For $3 a month, you get Luke and I doing a design podcast. We are currently designing our new game, Thread Spinner. You get Eidolon Playlist, where you can hear Luke and I, along with Crystal and Iris, talk about the first act of the Proto Men, the self-titled album, The Proto Men. Highly recommend checking that one out. It was a great podcast. You also get the GM notes for each session at $3 a month. And at $5 a month, you get access to all of the Eidolon and Thread Spinner drafts, as well as having your name read out on the podcast. For $10 a month, which is our grab bag tier, you get a bunch of different podcasts. In the past, we have done games of Fiasco under the name Petty Felonies. There was recently a podcast where Crystal, Iris, and I talked about Gundam F91. You can listen to The Tower, a series hosted by Iris and Maxie about the renovation of an old wizard's tower in a town. And all of the soundtracks that Maxie has made. Crystal has done a lot of overhauling to the Patreon as of late, so if you haven't checked it out before, it's a great time to do so. You can follow us on Blue Sky at undertow.cards, or join our Discord at bit.ly/AEDiscord, buy our game at bit.ly/Eidolon2E. And this week we would like to thank Hypergravity, Richard Wood, Nathan Bompani, Vizukian, Shrimp Dono, Olive, Super Biased Gary, Valor World Splitter Carmichael, Gamzee, Striven, Miglig, Evan S., August Ray, EveryZig314, Sylvia Rayleigh, Kevin Wellens, Cassandra Mira, Megan Anderson, A.M., Dreziv, Slime Girl, The Stand User, formerly known as Austin, Fire Princess Reviews, Siobhan Peridot Rose, and Jupiter. Eidolon Proto will be back next week with episode 2 for Patreon subscribers on April 6th and on the free feed April 13th. We'll see you then.